Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check Mike 6, Mike. Easy.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll start with the option. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
On play action, Fields.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 46 to Mike, 46.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kaepernick. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And now here's another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
So second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He gets it to Sims, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth-quarter advantage. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Oh, here we go. Oh, hit the ball. Rest. Crunch.
Play action. It's Fields.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown, baby.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Open here, Adam Thielen. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Room here to run. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
And he's brought down.
The ball carrier. The tackle by Cameron Dantzler. First and
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the point after try for Santos. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game? And now here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't, and also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Vikings 37-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
To throw is Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Santos with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Bears 69, Vikings 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying,
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready.